I addressed Good Will Hunting in the written lecture, but it may be helpful to see these elements as they actually appear on film. Obviously, I can't show you all the elements like plot and subplot and resolution, and I'm pretty sure you know who the protagonist and the antagonist are. But I can show you some other things, so let's start with the setup. In the first few moments of the movie, right during the credits, we get a pretty good first impression of the many-faceted world of Will Hunting. We see where he lives, his lovely apartment, how well he takes care of it. We see his neighbors and their laundry. We see Will's backyard, and we're about to meet his friend Chucky. They hop in Chucky's car, drive through some South Boston streets. We have a flyover of Boston, and we end up coming into the MIT campus. We discover that Will also works at MIT. We see Will stop his work and contemplate a problem that's been placed on the board by Professor Lambeau. And during the setup, we get to see a fight. It's a plot device that propels us deeper into the world of Will Hunting.
Just seen the guy 15 minutes ago at the park. If he was gonna fight him, we should fight him then. We're eating our snacks now.
Shut up, Morgan. You're going.
I'm not going.
So don't go.
I'm not going.
Fucking go, Morgan.
Let me tell you something. If you're not out there in 2 fucking seconds, when I'm done with them, you're next.
Come on. It's me. It's me, Will. Remember we went to kindergarten together.
Back at MIT, we see Will do something quite phenomenal, and hopefully phenomenal enough to hook us. It's 15 minutes into the movie, and it's right where a good hook should be. The picture of Will now becomes more complex and intriguing. He becomes a character we want to know more about.
Sorry. What do you do? Sorry.
Less people's work. You can't graffiti here. Don't you walk away from me.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, you're a clever one. What's your name?
Looks right.
This is an example of well-integrated exposition, meaning that it just doesn't pop out of the story as a jarring bit of talk explaining away Will. The courtroom exposition delivered by the judge gives us just enough information about Will and his past troubles to spark more interest in just how he's going to solve his dilemma in the future.
Son, my turn. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes now looking over this rap sheet of yours. I just can't believe it. June 93, assault. September 93, assault. Grand theft auto, February of 94. Where apparently you defended yourself and had the case thrown out by citing free property rights of horse and carriage from 1798. Joke. January 95, impersonating an officer. Mayhem, theft, resisting, all overturned. I'm also aware that you've been through several foster homes. The state removed you from 3 because of serious physical abuse. You know, another judge might care, but you hit a cop, you're going in. Motion to dismiss is denied. $50,000 bail.
Thank you.
At this point, 26 minutes into the film, the story is about to turn in a new direction. Under pressure, Will chooses to make some changes in his life. So where do we go from this point? This is the first plot point, where we leave the first act setup and head into the second act, which is all about confrontation. The major part of the story is in the second act. So I'll see you in 60 minutes at plot point 2.
I've spoken to the judge, and he's agreed to release you under my supervision.
Really?
Yeah. But under 2 conditions.
What are those?
First condition is that you meet with me every week.
What for?
Go over the proof you're working on and get into some more advanced combinatorial mathematics, finite math.
Sounds like a real hoot.
And the second condition is that you see a therapist. And I'm responsible to submit reports on those meetings. And if you fail to meet with any of those conditions, you will have to serve time.
All right, I'll do the math, but I'm not going to meet with any fucking therapist.
It's better than spending that time in jail, isn't it?
Well, here it is an hour later. We've gotten to know Will, Skyler, Sean, Will's friends, Professor Lambo, and others. We've seen Will try to address his problems in life. Well, he still hasn't solved them all. Here at the end of the second act, we see him still unable to trust anyone, really. He breaks up with his girlfriend Skyler, and he seems to revert to the old Will.
I just want you to come to California with me.
I can't go to California.
Why not?
1, because I've got a job here. And 2, because I live here.
Look, if you don't love me, you should just tell me
I'm not
because
saying
it's
I
such a...
don't love you.
Then why? Why won't you come? What are you so scared of?
What am I so scared of?
Well, what aren't you scared of? You live in this safe little world where no one challenges you and you're scared shitless to do anything else because
Don't
that
tell
might
me
mean
about
you
my
have to
world. Don't
change.
tell me about my world. I mean, you just want to have your little fling with, like, the guy from the other side of town. Then you're going to go off to Stanford. You're going to marry some rich prick who your parents will approve of and just sit around with the other trust fund babies and talk about how you went slumming too once.
Why are you saying this? What is your obsession with this money? My father died when I was 13 and I inherited this money. You don't think every day I wake up and I wish that I could give it back? That I would give it back in a second. If it meant I could have one more day with him. But I can't. And that's my life and I deal with it. So don't put your shit on me when you're the one that's afraid.
I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? What the fuck am I afraid of?
You're afraid of me, you're afraid that I won't love you back. You know what? I'm afraid too. Fuck it, I want to give it a shot, and at least I'm honest with you.
I'm not honest with you?
No, what about your 12 brothers? No, you're not going. You're not leaving.
What do you want to know? What? That I don't have 12 brothers?
Yeah.
That I'm a fucking orphan? No,
that.
you don't want to hear
I
that.
didn't know
No,
that.
you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear
didn't
that I
know
got
it.
fucking cigarettes put out of me when I was a little kid.
I didn't know
That this isn't fucking surgery, that the motherfucker stabbed me. You don't want to hear that shit, Skylar.
I
Don't
do wanna
Don't
hear
tell
that.
me you want to hear that
I
shit.
want to hear it because I want to help you, because I want
Help
to be
me?
with
What the fuck? What do I got? A fucking sign on my back that says save me?
No.
Do I look like I need that?
No, God, I just want to be with
Don't
you because
bullshit.
I love you.
Don't bullshit me.
I
Don't you
love you.
fucking
I love you.
bullshit me.
I love you. I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
I don't love you.
20 minutes later, the story reaches its climax. Everything in the film's structure was created to support this scene, and it's the scene the audience most wants to see. And never underestimate the importance of a powerful antagonist. As you can see, it's only with Sean's help that Will is able to finally face his problem and move on.
So, what is it like? Will has an attachment disorder? Is it all that stuff? Fear of abandonment? Is that why I broke up with Skylar?
I didn't know you had.
Yeah, I did.
You want to talk about it?
No.
Hey, Will. I don't know a lot. You see this? All this shit. It's not your fault. Look at me, son. It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
All right.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't fuck with me. It's not your fault.
Don't fuck with me, all right? Don't fuck with me, Sean, not you.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
Giving your characters a distinctive way of speaking is a key element in lending variety to the story and the characters. You've doubtless seen and heard the different ways Will, Chucky, and the boys speak versus the way Professor Lambeau and the Harvard students do. Skylar has a distinctive accent. Here's a part of a scene that illustrates my point. Will with his South Boston accent, and the psychiatrist Henry, played by George Plimpton, with his patrician.
I read your book, and Mike was having the same problems that Chad, the stockbroker, was having.
Absolutely right. Right on the button. Good for you, Will. Very nice.
Thank you.
Will, the pressures, and I'm not judging them, I'm not labeling them, but they are destroying your potential. There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
You're right.